Hello, everyone. Welcome to our inaugural ambassador meeting town hall. As you can see, we're on the Riverside platform as it's kind of a higher quality recording experience. So we'll have a live chat open for anyone to be able to ask questions and comments as we go along. So basically, the purpose of this is just to kind of give a baseline introduction to the program and how we're imagining and setting it up. And we will be having a more full length blog post coming out about this early next week to delineate more specifically the different categories and the breakdowns of token amounts and all the other fine details. But we're kind of just kicking it off today and sharing a basic overview and kind of the first aspects that will be going live or that are already going live as of now. All right, so Rejuve.AI Ambassador Program, which even I think we may have like maybe some sort of fun competition to uh, rename the program overall because it's branching into several different aspects, as you can see on the bottom here. So essentially, overall, it's 40 million RJV tokens allocated for starters over a 3-year period. But we could have a governance group there with the intention to sort of take it over and extend it and help us ideate ways to extend it into perpetuity if that's desired by everyone. So it's beginning now, and we're opening with the moderators and community tasks categories, as those are kind of the low-hanging fruits that we can roll out and that have some context from the past. And the other programs will roll out gradually. So with moderators, that's as it implies, those are people to help out to moderate our chat, specifically Telegram and Discord, and also can help out with other aspects of social media as well in the higher tier, as we'll get into a bit later. Um, so yeah, we'll be looking for sort of a small group of moderators to cover all of the major time zones. To help with things like deleting spam, giving out warning systems, all that sort of thing. Starting meaningful, engaging conversations within the community, creating polls, and pretty much just making the environment friendly uh, and a place that people want to hang out and spend time, answering basic questions, FAQs, making sure that we have sort of a culture and rule set kind of in place and just keeping our Rejuve space healthy and longevity themed, and also being able to have some closer interaction with the Rejuve team as well. The community task portion is kind of just miscellaneous tasks that arise that people can kind of grab as a one-off to earn some tokens if you have some experience or expertise or interest to do these things, such as creating memes and sticker packs for the channel. If you have those talents and skills, you can jump in and take those on without any ongoing commitment. So that's kind of the purpose of those, is that like for instance in Singularity Net has an ambassador program, and they have some tasks to translate different blog posts into other languages. So there could be things like that. So these are just tasks that anybody can pick up, and it's not something that you have to ongoingly participate in. And then some of our other groups that we'll have is the KOLs and influencers. So if anyone out there has a big following, big channels, and you're wanting to support Rejuve more, we'll have some opportunities there, to create some videos and reviews or long form post, things of that nature. Um, Clinicians and physicians, also an interesting one that we're developing and getting ready in the background. And that's all of you out there who are already in the medical field and like practicing, to be able to kind of form a little bit of an advisory group, and just be able to give advice on the app and the overall research program and protocol. So that'll be pretty cool when we actually can get that started. We're already kind of recruiting and interviewing medical advisors at the higher level to kind of lead that program. But then we'll also have a wider group in the community of anyone that can contribute on that with a lesser time commitment. And then we'll have community developers. This comes into play more when we have our generative cooperative network that we're building. So that's when people can contribute their own AI models to our overall platform and system. and also just be able to contribute to other AI models that we have, such as the Bayes Expert. That's an open source model that we're working on releasing version 2 of. Version 1's already online on GitHub. So that'll be an interesting group as well. And then we'll have ongoing beta testers. And this is separate from beta testing right now. Like this current beta testing for before the app launch will have a conclusion once we're ready to go live. And so that will end sort of that program. And then we'll have an ongoing smaller beta testing group that will be able to kind of be into the same builds that we are in. Right now, the beta application that everyone is testing is actually kind of always several builds behind the one that we are working on. And that's just, because we like to make a lot of batch changes and fixes before we make a production build live instead of doing this piecemeal approach. But in this beta testers program, you'll be able to be in the developer build and actually see the ongoing changes and help to give feedback there on a more ongoing basis. So that'll be a good one as well for anybody who's super into that kind of stuff, or if you're a professional beta tester, or you just someone who always wants to be ahead of the latest developments that we're working on and latest features. Then we have governance, which is a very important aspect of the program, because this is pretty much going to determine how the DAO aspect of the Rejuve network actually goes. And also specifically, or one of the tasks there is taking over this ambassador program to make sure that we have sort of a cycle of enough tokens coming in to be able to continue it, and how they'll be distributed, delineated. It also can come into play with how we're doing rewards for data contributors, and pretty much any aspects that can be decentralized to the wider community as the Rejuve network progresses. This team will be kind of cornerstone in developing that. And yet we'll be giving more details about that as we go along and starting to formalize it. And also it'll be a better description will be offered of this one and all of them in our upcoming blog post. And then finally, we have kind of a miscellaneous group, which is kind of a reserve tokens that we can allocate to either one of these existing groups if need be, or some other new initiatives that maybe the governance group comes up with, or kind of emergent needs that or desires of the community that come along. We kind of have this, and it can also be utilized for things like outreach, local meetups, educational opportunities, and all sorts of things like that. I can go to the next slide. All right, so now we're going to get into the actual the moderators tiers and how those are going to work, and I'll hand it over to Stuart.
Thanks, Jasmine. Hi, everybody. You might have come across my avatar on the Telegram community, so here I am in the flesh. Anyway, with no further ado, let me go through our moderators, tier 1. So we've got 2 tiers, 2 levels of involvement. So I'll just, obviously you can see it on the screen, but I'll skip through that for you just so you can get the gist of it. Think about how you want to get involved. So we're calling our tier 1 folks community supporters, vitality boosters, and looking for about 3 to 5 hours per week in terms of commitment, and with a remuneration of 10,250 RJV per quarter. Anyhow, so in terms of activity, so obviously we want to regularly engage with and share in our social media posts, daily conversations on Telegram, answering questions from new folks coming, interested in what longevity and what Rejuve's about, and of course welcoming new members. It's very important to us. So obviously this means a regular presence on social media, not just Telegram but also Discord as well. And we also are on Twitter, X. So obviously that's our way of keeping a profile, and that we really welcome and value what your contribution would be there. And so that would involve reacting to, sharing posts, as I said, welcoming new members, which is important to us as we grow Rejuve, and answering basic questions. So in nuts and bolts, the requirements of that are, as I said, sharing the social media and blog posts, taking part in discussions on Telegram and Discord. You're probably already involved anyway, so it's not a big change, just giving you that incentive. As part of that, as part of the community, you would anyway, but maintaining a positive and helpful presence, and looking out for sometimes the spam and offensive content, as part of just maintaining that positive community as well. So that's our tier one, the intro level of involvement. So anyway, next slide, please. So taking it up a notch, taking it up to tier two, what we call our community advocates, our age defiers. Obviously, as you can guess, higher level involvement, 6 to 10 hours per week we're looking for, and with a increased remuneration and valuing that 4,500 JV per quarter. So in terms of what you're doing, in addition to the tier one activities, advocates, we're looking for you to create weekly discussion prompts on Telegram, which is where most of our community is focused. They're obviously looking to grow Discord as well, contributing to content creation, and again, like with tier one, being involved in warning and reporting any issues that come, that arise to the team. This is something that's a daily activity on the platforms, but also, we value your input and the chance for you to talk to us, or, with your issues at a monthly meeting with the team. So in terms of the actual types of contribution, creating the discussion prompts, contributing to FAQs, already obviously building our own ones, guides, looking at chat rules, looking at posts for the communities, and again, obviously, as part of keeping that community healthy and happy, positive, and reporting on issues, but also feeding that community. Communities like a garden, you've got to keep it fed and watered. Assisting with content creation. So in terms of the requirements, in addition to what we laid out in tier one, we're looking to create 4 engaging discussion threads or polls per month from you. There's an option to submit community-driven content pieces, such as blog ideas. We're obviously after you to actively participate in community management, identifying and resolving issues. Obviously, I'm there to support that as well. It's part of what I do as well. And because you have a more privileged role, you know what's going on from the inside out, so to speak, would be asking you to sign an NDA as well as attending meetings with the team, just to reiterate. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, next slide, please. So, we cover a global audience, so we're looking for your help over these time zones for Telegram and Discord. So there's other little 4-hour slots, and that will appear on the form, the application form, so you can select which slot suits you best. They're all laid out there, nice and neatly. Obviously, just to state the obvious, but we're an English language community, though that may involve moderating in another language channel, but just that's the focus right now. In terms of basic knowledge, one of the obvious is that you've got to have downloaded the Longevity app. You may have already done that, but we can obviously help you if you haven't already, put in the right direction, and checked out our FAQ, which with your help will make it a fantastic FAQ, make it, answering the questions and pinpointing the issues so that we're all contributing to that positive and growing community. And then other benefits beyond the tokens, it ain't just the tokens, it's the chance, the opportunity to connect directly with us, the Rejuve team, and get that that advance notice of what's happening as a tier 2. You'll also have that opportunity to attend and represent Rejuve at events, which is kind of exciting. Looking forward to that myself. There's priority consideration for any open career opportunities, obviously depending on experience, but that's worth something. And swag as well. I'm a big lover of t-shirts myself, but there's hats and water bottles. But anyway, those are the other benefits to outline. So I hope that gives a good outline there. What's on the next slide, please? Oh yeah. Now And we've been focusing on moderators, the tier 1 and tier 2, but as Jasmine mentioned, we also have these one-off tasks, which we have located on the dwork platform, which is already up and running. And that's where we've got these one-off small community tasks. So you don't need to be a moderator. Anyone can do these. We've already got, I think it's like 4 tasks up and running, such as finding good AMA opportunities for us, finding and securing those. AMA, ask me anything. Not me, but Rejuve. But no, they're a great way for us to get our voice out to the wider Twitter sphere, as it's called, to the wider longevity community. So that's definitely something very valuable. But it's a mix, isn't it? So we've got tasks there around creating memes, also having fun by creating engaging stickers, and even looking at what's the best way of titling this. Is this community tasks, or maybe it should be called something else? So that's there now. You need a Discord account to access that, but it's already up and running. So take a look at that, and hope that gets you going, whets your appetite. Thank you. Next slide. So we've just got the basics there for you to do a little reminder. You need a Discord account, to log into dwork. But what we have here is on the left QR code, I should say, on the left to apply the ambassador program. So that's an application form where you can decide, how you want to get involved, which level of moderator, and give us your details so that I can have your very basic, your name and your email, so I can contact you and take that forward and let's get this going. And on the right there is the QR code to actually jump in there and get going on dwork, which is it's an exciting place to be. We're already up and running on there, so that's where I leave it right now, and hand over back to Jasmine.
Thanks so much, Stuart, for going through that. So as I mentioned with the sign up form, we've actually listed all of the different prongs there even ahead of time. So if you wanted to express interest in one of the other groups that we didn't go into detail on today, you can still do that so that you're kind of first in line to know about when those are kicking off, and we can already sort of begin to integrate you. And you can select multiple options there for involvement if you'd like. And also on the time zone side as well, you can indicate multiple time zones that you may be available, because the goal is to be able to cover 24 hours. For the moderators group, we're probably looking for a maximum of 4 to 6 people altogether. We kept this pretty short and sweet, but as mentioned, we will have a longer post coming soon to go through the rest, and we'll be always around to answer any questions or clarify any points as we begin to roll this out. And again, on the community task portion, you don't really have to sign the form for that. You can just log in via dwork. Do we have the link for the dwork page shared somewhere?
Yep, it's in the chat.
All right, cool. All right, so now we'll open the floor for any questions that may have arisen as we were going through. And hello, everyone. Nothing as of yet.
Yeah, I just added the dwork link in there. Cool. Jen's saying fill it out. Cool.
Awesome. Glad to have you. And we'll be sharing this presentation on our YouTube channel as well, so that anyone who is not here right now can see it later and watch it. How often is payout for community task? So for those are kind of they're according to when it's complete, pretty much. So it depends on the terms. It's pretty much whenever it's confirmed is finished, you'll be able to connect your wallet to the dwork platform and claim. For some of them, it'll be kind of a community vote scenario. So then once the vote is tallied, that's when you'll be able to claim it. Great to hear, Jen. Yes, we
Hmm.
yeah, really want to have that more going in the community as well, like more longevity focused discussions and conversation. I mean, of course, we know it's a crypto project, so token discussions come about, but we really want it to be mostly focused around the health and longevity aspects. And yeah, one of the moderator tasks is remembering to direct people to the price channel when that gets too deep into market analysis type of stuff. We don't really want that clogging up the main channel. uh, Latam community. Yeah, thanks so much, Ines. We appreciate your support and hope to see you around more. Yeah, no, it's yeah, recently the ASI vote has been announced, so that's pretty exciting stuff for Singularity Net and the ecosystem. Yeah, definitely. Any other questions or comments, Stuart? Anything to add or?
No, I was just going to say also thanks to Jen not for asking, not just for asking the question, but for her today's Rejuve challenge mindful walking pic. Very nice pic with a picture of her doggy and some very nice flowers. So
Nice. Yeah, yeah, we really enjoy those posts, yeah, the ones that are not copied off of Google Images. So thanks for really participating and sharing your health and wellness journeys. I think we all it's heartwarming to see these things and also helpful for the wider community as well to see that there's real people as part of the ecosystem. Um, Regarding the ambassador program, the app, where should these questions go to? Um, yeah, you can ping us directly in our Telegram and Discord channels, and also does does our form have kind of a box to write things or?
I don't think the form there is a free form in the form, but there is a Discord has got a little special section for the ambassador program. So that's kind of already set up, which is nice. Yeah, but Telegram's just as great as well.
Yep, and soon we'll have even more people to be able to address the questions. It's just super exciting. Oh yeah, probably should consider the days of the week as well, as people have free time in varying slots throughout the week. Some
Mhm.
people are more active on weekends, some people may have time during the week, all that kind of thing. Um, Yeah, definitely. When I've hacked that real world application for Jen's comment, I'm excited for this and have been traveling for some years and haven't been involved with the project in real life. Yeah, for sure. Like we want to really, that's part of the Rejuve ethos is, to bridge this kind of Web3 and digital world with the real world, and have people actually able to have a real time impact on their health and wellness based on their contributions to our platform, and earning rewards in initiatives like this. We're bringing longevity to be accessible and affordable to all. When approximately will beta testing start? So it'll be at the conclusion of the current one. So right now, everybody who's beta testing, we will formally close that program. Yeah, we'll probably have some rewards for that as well, but it'll be a separate structure from this ongoing one. So it'll start pretty much after we close this one and launch and go live. Yeah, see, Stuart's posted his handle there for Telegram. Yeah, as a
Mm.
reminder, yeah, and that'll be something for the moderators too. Like we can't really DM anybody first because that's kind of part of avoiding confusion with a lot of impersonators, as many of you may have noticed. Once you become a moderator in the channels, people will start to clone your account, and it's quite easy on Telegram to do this. They just copy your picture and bio and pretend to be you and scam people and all that kind of stuff. So that's why we don't DM people first. And then also too, if you DM people first, you can get blocked. Like people can report you just because they're angry or whatever, and then you're not allowed to message for, you get put into Telegram jail for a little while, so it's not ideal. Yeah, definitely. I was just sharing my because John's comment, it's ridiculous, especially in Telegram. Yeah, I was sharing my handle with a potential partner the other day, and they're like, "Oh, there's three of you on here." I'm like, well, there's really only one, but yeah, thanks so much for attending. We really appreciate people that are coming, uh, going deeper, into the network and really participating. Uh, Thanks a lot. Hope you guys are doing well. Excited to see the project come alive. Yes, us too. We're working hard to finish the app, and we're kind of setting up all of this infrastructure and architecture around to have the network already beginning to flourish as soon as the app goes live. Of course, with organizing all of the partnerships and offers that go along. We already have the data NFT smart contract coded. We just have to audit that. So we're really just getting all of these pillars in place uh, for this network to just turn the lights on completely. Hopefully become more users. Yep. Actually, our beta continues to grow, even though we're not actively advertising it, because as mentioned earlier, we're aware that there's some bugs that appear to linger on for a while in the production build, because the devs like to do a bunch of batch fixes. So it's like we fix a big group of bugs and then make a new build, as opposed to one by one. So yeah, it is still growing, but we definitely grow it even bigger once we're actually live. And we also have a pretty good international spread as well. We have users all over the world, which is also very heartwarming and central to our mission. Will you guys share the amount of users that are currently using the app at the moment? Um, yeah, so on the like between the Apple and Google sides, it's probably about like 2,300 testers. Like I said, with a few kind of popping in each day at a small trickle. And that's without kind of blatant advertising, because we initially sort of announced the beta last year. So now we just kind of have it up there, for proof that we really do have a product and all that kind of thing for new people that are joining the community. But yeah, we are aware usually of the bugs that are ongoing. For instance, we know that there's some issues with the wearables devices, and so we've started to work with a solution called Terra API. This was like kind of a technology that wasn't around when we first started developing, to be able to unify all of the wearable devices into one API instead of 5 plus. This will help us to more easily debug all the individual devices. And yeah, we're almost finished with the initial installation and integration of that. And then we'll begin to address the specific issues of each one of the wearable devices one by one, and get them up and running consistently. And that'll be one of the major items checked off of our app launch checklist roadmap to go live. Thanks, John. Uh, what wallet are you recommending to use while testing the app? So actually, in the beta, there isn't any wallet connections yet, so you don't really have to worry about that. But in general, always a private wallet. There's lots of options out there. MetaMask is pretty popular for interacting with all of the kind of Singularity Net ecosystem family applications. And then on the Cardano side, there's a few that rise to the top, like Eternal and things like that. Thanks for the questions, guys. Super good to have people be engaged and uh, interested here. So right now we not cannot use the token. Well, technically you can. We do have a few partners that are already accepting RJV. We have Glycan which is a very sophisticated biological age test that involves a home kit that gives you a profile on glycans, which is a special like proteomic aspect of DNA, and it does kind of change over time. So, for instance, if you took that test at one point in time, and then you were taking some supplement or doing some new intervention, and then you took that test again maybe 6 months later, you'd be able to assess the effect that it had on you. So that's one. We also have peptide bioregulator, which are peptide supplements. That was actually something that was recommended or suggested in our community way back when, and we started to look for partners that were providing those. So that's another one you can use tokens on. And then we have Vita Authentica, which is kind of an overall provider of lots of different wellness products. And that was actually someone that was in our community. Actually, he may be here. And so that's super cool. And, we'll be kind of talking about that a bit more as well in an upcoming promotion. Um, so that's another place that you can use them right now. And also Travala. So if you have any trips coming up, flights, hotel bookings, and they have some other experiences there as well, you can already use RJV for that. And then of course we have our Singularity DAO platform. You can do staking and LP provision on there. But yeah, as far as within the longevity app, yeah, you can't yet connect it. Not yet, but same. I see comment from Jen. I would like to be able to upload my daily supplements. Yes, this is on the future roadmap as well, to have this medication and supplement tracking. Of course, that's a really important dimension for longevity, is tracking not only the supplements, but any other prescription medications that you may be taking as well, as that has inferences and it could have interactions and all that kind of stuff. So that's definitely one of the features that we want to install in the next edition. In this first one, we're kind of just focusing on this core infrastructure, making sure that it works properly and all that, get it live, and then we'll be updating it regularly with new things. And we're always listening to the community feedback. One of the other most common requests that we get is about language translation. So yeah, we do plan to translate the app into multiple languages, of course, because we know that will greatly increase the adoption of the platform. So we will be doing that. Yeah, we just have to finalize all of the content on the English side first, and then we can get to that. Thanks, Maria. Love the project. Looking forward to getting involved. Is there a list of our partners? Yep, I see Stuart shared the partners. Yep. And actually, we have a few on there that we have to update the site, and we'll be announcing shortly another exciting one. Okay, so yeah, Jen mentioned IV solutions. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we can definitely have that into consideration as well. Yeah, so some of the data types that'll be kind of that are already ideated for the future include, of course, the genome sequencing, the telomere lengths, all the partners that we have already in the testing that they're offering. We want people to obviously be able to contribute that data and get AI analysis on that as well. So at the same time as we're working on these more basic functions in the app, the AI team is working on some of the more advanced data set analysis already as well, so that can be ready once we're there. We want to do the EEGs, like the brainwaves recording. That would be something cool to integrate, and more types of lab tests as well. There's other interesting lab tests beyond blood that we can integrate as well. Or yeah, and yeah, just have to tie the AI algorithms to the questions, because essentially we don't want to have too many metrics on the app that are not tied to insights. Of course, it's important just for overall data contribution to collect it anyway and work with it later, but it's always better if people can get those real-time feedback as well, instead of waiting around. Someone asked about wallets. MinSwap is a Cardano platform where I provide liquidity and farm. Easy to use if interested. Yep, we're on MinSwap. Definitely integrated with Cardano community, and I was aiming to get more involved there. We actually had a Twitter space with Cardano a couple weeks ago. It's pretty cool. We met the MinSwap guys in person last year at the Cardano summit, so that was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for all the different various data types, and that's really what we're aiming to do, is have this central platform where you yourself have your own personal health record of your history and all the interventions and things that you're doing, and then be able to have your own, but then also combining that anonymized data with all the rest of the world as well, to make insights into longevity and wellness across multiple different aspects. So it's a super exciting time. I mean, of course, we know that as far as living past 100, it's typically just been something that's been a bit random. Maybe people kind of get lucky, or it just kind of happened. But we want to make that more intentional, and so that we can achieve what they call the longevity escape velocity, which is if you stick around and live long enough to see all of these things that we're imagining for the future, like advanced longevity, AGI, all that kind of thing, that you just keep on getting closer and closer, because if you're around at that time, then of course you get to benefit from those technologies when they're mature. Okay, John, I currently have 2 results from previous micronutrient test. Will we be able to enter that type of data in the app? Uh, I think that, is that meaning like blood test of the nutrients, or yep. Yeah, I think we already may have a few in there, but yeah, we'll you can suggest so in the app, when you do kind of a feedback, you can select either bug or feedback. So yeah, feel free to suggest ideas as well, because we do read those and consider those for future features. I have Aaron. There are many longevity life hacker trade shows. Maybe worthwhile visiting. Uh, yeah, you can definitely share about those in our channel. We're always happy to know more. Yeah, just make sure the link is, you know, a real one and all that kind of thing. We're always very cautious about links being shared, since there's always a lot of scammers and hackers around, unfortunately. But yeah, if you know of any of those sort of things, you can definitely share about them in our community channels. How are genome tests sampled? Is it blood work? So the current genome testing partner that we have, called sequencing.com, it's actually a mouth swab, a saliva test. It does take a while to get the results back, so that's why we kind of already promote people to get it now, even though we can't yet submit the data. I actually did it, and it's pretty cool. They have a platform where you do get your raw data, which isn't really that interpretable in its natural form. So that's kind of where the AI can come into. But it gives you the actual human readable insights as well. All your different risk profiles for various diseases, and then they have a catalog on there where you can apply different kind of metrics to your DNA as well. Like they have some ancestry things there. They have specific nutritional kind of things, and sleep profiles, all kind of things to be able to give you these insights onto your DNA. And then there is DNA methylation testing, which is a little bit different, because that's to do with the epigenetics. Epigenome is kind of these switches that turn on and off certain genes. So just because you're born with a certain genetic predisposition to something doesn't mean that it will 100% happen to you. That's dependent on the epigenetics. It's depending on various factors that can activate or deactivate whether or not those genes are expressed. And those ones are blood tests. They're so a lot of these new testing kits, including the glycanage, the True Diagnostics test, and I think the telomere length one as well. I haven't done that one yet. That'll be interesting. They are small blood samples, so it's a finger prick one, and you can do that and then mail it back in. Death and taxes might soon not be as permanent as thought before. I magnetized a project, decided to see integration of modalities. Thanks. I mean, yeah, I don't know about the taxes part. I mean, yeah, I guess if we completely go to a a decentralized Web3 based economy, maybe we won't have a need for taxes. Maybe there'll be these different DAO initiatives where people are willfully staking and doing those sorts of contributing to infrastructural initiatives. But yeah, I would love to see that. I am a little bit anarcho libertarian by nature, so yeah. How much does the genome test cost? You can check out our partners website. I mean, not website, the partners page on our website to see the different providers of the kits. There's a couple of offers that are specific for Rejuve, and of course, we're working, to lower those costs and onboard them to use the RJV token so that you can earn tokens within our app, and also in initiatives like the Ambassador Program, um, and other ways to be able to use those to pay for the test instead of fiat. And that definitely is, part of making sure that everyone can have access to such testing. I'm also interested in AI with auric and frequency readings, biofield and tuning. Um, you can share more about that as well in our channels. Yeah, we're definitely pro alternative medicine here, as you can probably notice. So we're always interested to know more, and we're looking to, fill in those gaps, in the science. So if there's any papers that are shared about that or medically reviewed articles, it would be great. And we also want to enable our platform to be able to do decentralized clinical trials. So if there's some sort of therapies that historically maybe were not known to be, well trusted, well funded, or having a lot of evidence, we want to be able to give uh, doctors and researchers a platform to be able to conduct that research with the proper, scientific method, and being able to demonstrate these results for therapies that can actually help people physically and mentally for their wellness. Um, for instance, there's a lot of like herbal medicines. We know, like, yeah, you can, Google them and see, okay, it's known to be good for this and known to be good for that, but there's no, you won't necessarily, or most often, be prescribed something like that for a disease. And that's kind of what we hope will change in the near future, is that we will have enough evidence to substantiate that, so that someone can have an option to choose, a more herbal and natural therapeutic regimen to overcome a disease if they would like to. And I also, yeah, I'm super interested in these other like sound healing and things of that nature. I'm still learning more about it, but definitely interested in it. Um, okay, I see John has written more. Some of these would only be good countrywide. How would you send these types of tests out to country to get them sampled? Yeah, so actually, we a lot of our providers do ship internationally. I mean, there's different profiles for like, some of them are kind of not avoidable. Like, for instance, these days a lot of places can't ship to Russia, right? I mean, we can uh, actually connect with partners there and bring them to the platform. But yeah, we do kind of aim to have the majority of our partners be shipping worldwide. It's one of the initial questions that we ask. Of course, we don't bar any that are only regional specific, because we can have a lot of diverse regional specific things to cover a lot of different areas. But generally, we like to onboard partners that do ship to as many countries as possible. Um, I'm in Canada. The test I did was in the US. It took less than 12 hours for blood to get there. The first time I did it, didn't make it and had to take it again. Um, which do you know which blood testing that was? Yeah, that's actually one of the more difficult ones. It's actually easier to get international tests for, like, yeah, genome and DNA methylation than it is to get just everyday blood work done, because that's usually tied to insurance and prescriptions and this and that. And of course, there's like a stability issue there as well. DNA kind of will uphold a bit longer than these other more sensitive biomarkers that require the blood to be more live. So we are working to get more of those typical lab integrations as well. So you can get, your C-reactive protein and, all of your different everyday, your complete blood count and biometric profile and all those other more regular blood tests that people get when you go to the doctors for your checkups. And yeah, of course, John, you're not bothering with questions. We enjoy. Aaron, I forgot right now. Are you connected to European companies groups active in the field, or only Americas? Yeah, we're connected worldwide. You can, yeah, again, check out the maybe if someone can share the partners page again. Yeah, we're not America focused. I know my American accent may mislead that, but yeah, we're definitely an international organization. We have team members that are actually all over the world. There's a few of us, and actually, I'm not even in the U.S. now. I'm in Australia. So, but yeah, Stewart's UK. We have people in Ethiopia, Egypt, yeah, even Russia, Bangladesh, Singapore, India, multitude, Pakistan, yeah, multitude of countries. So we're definitely pretty international. And yeah, on the partnership side, yeah, there's definitely some European providers and international providers. Uh, Marriage of science and spirituality. Yeah, I'm actually pretty passionate about that. I mean, I don't get deep into it at this moment. Maybe if you catch me on some of the podcasts, I go into a little bit. Yeah, we just shared our most recent episode of Health Span Horizons, which is our new YouTube show with Dr. Ben Gertzel. He's also, we get into some conversations like that a lot, but really interested uh, to be able to gauge and put some hard metrics to how spirituality and spiritual practices, affect your actual gene expression and your health and wellness and your biomarkers, because I'm sure that it does, but we don't have a lot of studies on that. So yeah, I'm interested in that and how that kind of can impact uh, maximum human lifespan. In Canada, SpectraCell, I haven't heard of this. In Canada, it's not allowed. Yeah, there's definitely some challenges to, yeah, like I said, the overall blood test, but yeah, I haven't heard of this one. So do feel free to submit feedback in our, we have the lab section in the app. We have the labs and macro micronutrient tracking currently marked as beta features, because we know that it's obviously pretty annoying to manually enter all of that stuff. So that's not the final design, but it's we do already have those biomarkers baked into the AI algorithm, so that's why we include them anyway, even though it's annoying to fill it out. So yeah, if you take a screenshot on that screen and you have a suggestion for a certain test or biomarker that's not already present, you can submit those so we can collect those, and also even any entities and providers of these kind of tests that you know of, feel free to share that with us so we can reach out to them, to start some conversations around integrating with our platform and our network. Yeah, see, we got a link to HealthSpan Horizons. Yeah, that's super exciting. So we'll be interviewing various experts and industry leaders in the longevity field across various aspects. We've had Longevity Quest CEO, which is a cool company that we've been talking to, and they go around the world and verify super centenarians and gather some kind of baseline metrics on them and kind of create a picture of that. Then our second guest was the CEO of TAFS, which is kind of focused on promoting longevity in Africa. We went to the International Longevity Summit in South Africa last year, which was super cool. And we'll be returning again this year. It's going to be in Nigeria, so that's going to be super exciting and different. And then, yeah, of course, our third guest was Dr. Ben Gertzel, who needs no introduction. We have some upcoming guests that are our partners, so you'll get to meet them and learn more about their companies and the products that they're offering, which are also products that we're having in our in-app reward store as well. And yeah, and just various other uh, industry leaders in longevity to be able to share their insights from all these different pathways, whether it be from the medical and clinical perspective, or the social, or the more kind of business oriented, so, and or the product vending, selling products and creating them, and the scientific. So all the different aspects and spheres of longevity we want to encompass in HealthSpan Horizons. How do we prove our thoughts create everything? Yeah, exactly. Like, one of the most interesting things to start with that could be the placebo effect. We don't know why. Why does the placebo effect work? Why is it that you can have someone take, believe that they're taking a pill and then give someone the real one, and then somehow sometimes it does the same thing? That could be something that can be investigated deeper, right? And yeah, this whole idea of being able to manifest your reality. Yeah, I think a lot of us have anecdotally seen that, that is a real thing, but we don't have this kind of solid thread to hold on to kind of make a direct link to how that works. So yeah, that's why we are really aiming to finish the app in its first edition very soon, so that we can get to these more fun, interesting things, because that is really truly where my passion lies. But at the moment, yeah, we got to make sure that wearables are connecting properly and AI processing is not failing, and all that good stuff. Thanks for links. Hi, Jixane. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Um, how do you? Who does the marketing? Yeah, actually, our marketing director, she's kind of behind the scenes organizing this call right now, and yes, pretty active. And yeah, if you look at our community channels, we're pretty active there, and we have, yeah, all sorts of different marketing related initiatives ongoing, and of course we'll be ramping that up manyfold when it's actually time to launch the app. And of course, yeah, our attendance at conferences and events, which will be kicking off for the next for this year later on. When is the event in Nigeria? That's in October. So yeah, we'll be sharing about that as it continues to unfold. Good stuff, guys. So this has kind of turned into a bit of an impromptu AMA, so that's kind of fun. Yeah, I see Melissa's hopped into the chat. When we get AI interacting directly with our higher mind, yeah, the brain computer interface thing. I haven't been following where that is. Hopefully non invasive. I mean, I know some people don't mind a chip in their brain, but I think I'd rather not. I'll just put a headset on, right? Right. Good stuff. Yeah. I mean, and this is something too, like we were ideating for our moderators program, is to be able to organize AMAs at a more frequent basis, so that we can have more of this, live participation, and then uh, in some instances too, be able to turn on the video conferencing and be able to have more of these, yeah, town hall or AMA kind of events, to be able to keep everybody caught up. Because I know not everybody has time to, read through blog posts, or maybe you have a whole bunch of other things that you're subscribed to, and you're kind of just reading through a lot of stuff quickly. So it's always good to have these kind of events to answer specific questions and connect more directly with our community. All right. So we're probably going to wrap up shortly. If there's any final questions or things that you want to ask, and also a reminder that you can always ask your questions as well in the Telegram and Discord channels. Yeah, we want to get the Discord more active in the upcoming future. Awesome, Jen. Thanks for connecting. See you later.